Again, the approximate midpoint of the copper wire, I'm going to take just a little bit of the brass wire. And the brass wire, it's 24 gauge, so it's a lot threadier. So I can wind it on by hand for the most part and still get a pretty tight fit. So I'm just kind of coiling it onto the copper wire. And then I'm using the pliers to do this last little bit and cinch it down.
Wait, how are you doing that? I mean, I can see how you're doing it, but so you just don't clamp on and just twist. You would.
So I'm doing this. If this is the copper wire, I'm taking the brass wire and I'm just coiling it around.
Okay, yeah.
And then that last little tail that wants to stick up and scratch you,
Mhm.
I'm using the pliers to just like encourage it
Okay.
down against the copper wire. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now it's on there. I've got like maybe 4 rotations on, so it's not really going anywhere. And you kind of have to, the wire lives in a spool, you know, when it's born in China and then it gets shipped over here. It lives in a spool for a long time, so you sometimes have to really encourage it to straighten out. Metal has a memory, which can be a really great thing, but you know, when it's in the way, it's annoying. Then I'm going to take my other 2 pieces. And I'm again going to find their approximate midpoint. And I'm going to space them out so that now I've got 6 lines of longitude, okay? And from the top, it kind of looks like the top of an umbrella or like the spokes on a bicycle wheel. Getting this started is the biggest pain. And once you get beyond that, you should be golden, okay? But so you remember that the brass wire is already wound on to that one part. It's already kind of hanging over the next spoke. So what I'm gonna do is grab the wire and twist it around the next longitude line. Or maybe use my pliers just to cinch it down. Now this is the trickiest part. I'm gonna kind of transfer everything and move my fingers out of the way so that I can go to the next spoke and do the same thing. And just kind of pull on it to make sure that it's taut. And then again, I'm gonna transfer and go to the next line. And I'm going to keep going. And if you've ever woven a basket in summer camp or watched a spider weave a web, this technique is not dissimilar to that.
So you're kind of just going through each negative space and like tightly wrapping.
And then I'm going around the next spoke. So this is what I have.